Okay, so here we go. We've got the women's pro. We're getting started. Sharon Carpenter's tied for the lead with Emily Vena. Sharon's been shooting really well this year in just about everything. Emily's actually been up there for the last couple tournaments. She's been leading after the first day or tied for the lead or within, second place or up there in the top three. So, but this is the first event that she's finished off in the shoot-off leading. Cara Kelly, she actually won the last tournament that we had in Texas. So I look for her to do pretty well. She's 8.
Sharon, you're engaged now,
She's
right?
actually 10 points back.
Emily, you're engaged now, right? You're both engaged?
She's 12 points back.
Right?
Cara's 12 points back right now, and Christine.
So you got people pulling for you today, right?
Christine's 10. So
don't be thinking
there's
about
a
them
pretty
when you're
good
shooting.
spread here. 404 is currently leading. That's Sharon and Emily. Then it drops to a 394 with Christine Harrelson.
You're right.
Cara Kelly's at a
All right, ladies,
392.
we'll
And
start your 1
Kaylee
minute
Johnson's at a
now.
389. So we've got a 15-point spread from first to fifth.
Okay, first up for Sharon Carpenter.
Sharon shot at a 12. She looks like she hit just left for a 10. The difference in this class and the last one that we just shot
Solid 10.
was this class is
414.
an unknown class. So these guys are actually judging the
Next
distance
for
to
Emily
the
Vena.
target, whereas the last class in the K50 got to use a
for Emily.
rangefinder to be able to figure out the exact distance. So
Christine.
they're having to judge. If you see some highs and lows, it's tough to judge out here and get it down to the yard. So pretty impressive.
A 10 for Christine, moves her to 404. Cara Kelly on Brown Bear. Cara, we have a 12 for Cara. That's going to help move her up the charts pretty quickly. Now she's tied with Christine at 404. And for Kaylee Johnston, looking for a 12. She's under for an 8. So let's look at the board real quick as they make their move to the next stake. We have Sharon now leading at 414, Emily at 412, Christine and Cara now tied at 404, and Kaylee at 397. Anybody within 10 points of the leaders after the 5th arrow will go to a 6th and final arrow. Is everybody ready? Does anybody want the upper 12?
So here we go. We've got one target shot, and we're on our
1
second one.
now.
Sharon's still holding on to lead with 414. Emily shot an 8, so she's 2 points back at 412. Then we have a two-way tie at a 404. Christine Harrelson and Cara Kelly. Let's see what happens on target 2. Looks like Emily made a really good shot on that long deer. She 12 that long deer. So that'll help her make a move after shooting that 8. It's another low shot on that.
Car hit right where.
Yeah, right where Kaylee hit. So it's a back-to-back 8s on one of the closest targets out here.
Okay,
on
first
that
up for Cara
coyote.
Kelly. We just now got into a tie.
High 10 on
Christine
that
Harrelson.
bear.
That's an 8 for Cara, also taking the 8 on the coyote, just as Kaylee
So
Johnson
now it
did.
look like
Next is Christine
we're gonna have
Harrelson
Sharon Carpenter
on
and
the brown
Emily Vena
bear.
tied for first again.
Looking to make a quick move, but she gets a 10
They had
at
a
414.
424.
Emily Vena, 2 points behind her leader at 412 right now. Looking to regain some ground. Has a 12 of her own, moves her to 424. Sharon Carpenter needs a 10 here or better to stay in the lead. or
Yeah,
to
it was a
take
great
a return
shot
into
for
the
her.
lead. A 10 for Sharon moves her to 424, I'm sorry. And so she and Emily are tied again. Next is Kaylee Johnston. A 10 for Kaylee, moves her to 407. So right now we still have Sharon and Emily tied at 424, Christine at 414, Cara Kelly at 412, and Kaylee Johnston at 407. Everybody ready?
All right, so we've got 2 targets down. Now we've got back to a tie again in
All right,
first place.
start
Sharon
your 1
Carpenter
minute
and Emily Vena
now.
are tied at 424. 10 points back is Christine Harrelson in second. Cara Kelly's in third at 412. Emily just 12 that cinnamon bear. So that'll be a good move.
Wow.
And Sharon made a really good shot on that long deer too. She's a center 10, which really in this, in this class, in these conditions, targets like this,
Okay,
unknown distance,
First up,
that's the
Cara
game
Kelly.
that they play a lot, is shooting center 10s.
Cara has a 10, moves her to 422. For Christine Harrelson.
Very rare.
Sorry, Kaylee Johnston
We
is
don't
next.
have very many of them.
For Kaylee, we have a 10, moves her to
I don't
417.
need your audio, I just need you to repeat it. Yeah, just kind of.
For our co-leader, Sharon Carpenter.
Phrase if you're explaining it, you know what I mean?
We have a 10. For Sharon, moves her to 434. Emily needs a 10 or better to stay in the lead or to actually take the lead for her own. And she currently picks up on the brown bear. She's got a 12. That moves her to 436 and into a lone lead. So we've had Sharon and Emily tie. We've had Sharon in the lead. Now we have Emily in the lead. And for Christine Harrelson on the Coyote, we have a 10. For Christine, moves her to 424. So now we only have 2 shooters that are within 10 points of the leaders. Emily at 436 and Sharon at 434.
So
Christine is 12 points behind
that's
at
our first
424.
lead change.
Cara's 14 points behind at
Actual lead change.
422.
So Emily,
And Kaylee Johnston
Emily took the lead
is
alone. Now she's
19
at
points behind at
436. Sharon's 2
417.
points back at 434. Christine
All right, ladies, you have
Harrelson's
2 more
at
arrows to get
424,
within 10
and then Cara
points.
Kelly's right behind
Christine
her at
wants the upper
422.
12 on
It's
the
still
chamois.
pretty close for first place.
And
There's a
ladies,
good-
if you're ready,
there's a good run
start
for
your
third
1
right
minute now.
Greg brings up a good point. Greg mentioned that the downhill angle, which sometimes does change your form and your rhythm, maybe cause the shot to fire a little earlier or a little later, could be why people are bobble firing on that Coyote. Emily shot another 12 on the Coyote.
Emma's here to play.
Okay, first
Yeah.
off, Emily
She's a good
Vena.
shot. Emily actually beat me last week when we were in practice.
For Emily, we have a 12. For
pretty
Emily,
good
moves
thumping
her
on me one day.
to 448.
Shoot her bow really
Looking to
well.
continue to extend her lead now with
Yeah,
only
she-
1 arrow left
She
after
wouldn't
this.
tell me
Sharon
what she
Carpenter
thought.
on the
She said
bear,
it's a trade secret.
looking to get back in the race herself.
She likes her rubber boots. Doesn't
Sharon,
All right, give me some audio.
who did
What's
not
up?
call the upper
What's-
12.
How did she pull up? She
A
pulled
10
ahead. What's
for
going
Sharon,
on?
moves her to 444.
Emily shot a 12 on that last Coyote, which actually moved
For
her
Kaylee
further
Johnston.
ahead in the lead. She's
We have
at
an 8 for
4
Kaylee, moves her to 425.
48. She's got a 4-point lead over Sharon Carpenter.
Cara
who
Kelly
was
needs a
tied
big number to
coming into
stay
this at-
to try to get back in
at a
touch with our
404,
leaders
tied
to get
with her,
within
and
10
now
points after this
Sharon's
next
4
arrow.
points back at 444. And now it's a duke out, really.
She has a
for
12
third
that does
place
help her,
between
but
Christine
may not be
Harrelson
enough
and
yet.
Cara
So
Kelly.
she's at 434. And Christine Harrelson at 424 that currently was looking for the upper 12.
I think she's got a 12 on this one.
Is that upper 12? She called up.
Okay.
10 for her. Christine is now at 434.
Christine actually 12
All right.
in the lower, but she called up her, so she
Right
didn't
now,
get the
Emily
lower.
Vena has a 4-point lead over Sharon Carpenter, a 14-point lead over Christina Cara, and a 23-point lead over Keely
So
Johnston.
we have, this is our
Doing my
5th
quick
arrow.
math in my
Now
head like
any
I
shooter
can't
that's
do very
within
often.
10 points after this shot's
got
going to go on
lucky
to a
there.
final arrow.
Ladies, if you're ready,
So
we
Emily's
want
our
an upper
current
12
leader.
for Cara Kelly on the deer. We'll start your 1 minute now.
And Sharon's on that short Coyote, so we'll see what she does. She might decide to take a risk and maybe go for a 14 or make a move. We'll see what happens. Emily hit an upper 12. And I believe Sharon 12, the Coyote, hit right at 6 o'clock, right in the bottom. So that's going to make a move for Sharon. It's going to put her 2 points within Emily with 1 shot to go.
Okay, first up for our leader, Emily Vena, currently with a 4-point lead over Sharon Carpenter. She has a 10, moves her to 458. Gives Sharon a little bit of wiggle room. Next for Christine Harrelson on the Blesbuck. We have a 10 for Christine, moves her to 444.
Cara made a
Cara
good shot
Kelly,
on
who
that
called for the
long
upper
deer.
12.
Shot a 10.
Cara wants
Which
the
is
upper 12.
it's a
on
good
the
shot
deer.
on that target.
As a 10 for Cara, moves her to 444. But she
You know, a lot of times too,
Yes. They both have 5
they
bonus
can't
rings?
feel it on camera, but
That's fun.
shooting downhill
And for
here,
Kaylee
like I
Johnston,
said,
we have
we're
a
only at
10
about a
for
4 or
Kaylee.
5
Sort of
degree
435.
downhill, but there is wind. Most of the wind that's coming in is coming off the lake right in our face, so that
And for
that
Sharon
wind will
Carpenter.
actually hit your arrow on that downward slant and drive your arrow down a little bit. So I'm actually, you know, not surprised that we're
For
having
Sharon, we
quite
have a
few.
12 for
you
Sharon.
know,
Puts her within
just
2
a
points
little
now,
low,
Mr. Vanna.
not really
And
low,
she'll be
but
shooting first in
Especially
the final
considering
arrow. But
most of
before
the-
we do
most
that,
of
we
the
have to
3D
have a
shooters
third,
use
a
big-
clear
bigger veins on their
third
arrows.
place
Yeah,
winner.
bigger
Mr.
veins,
Bailey, have
bigger
you got your
arrows,
tape
period.
measure out?
so.
So you guys have a minute to judge. You can
So
all
what's
get up
different
there.
about this is
Everybody get their
normally
judge.
anybody
Come on.
that's not within 10 points won't
Everybody
even
can
get to
judge.
shoot this final arrow. But in this instance, what makes this different and special is
The Blesbach.
third place is tie. There's a tie. So because there's a tie in third
That's the-
place,
they call that one the
and
mutant
they can't
horse.
advance
We have,
because they're
Beetlejuice.
below 10 points from
Quite
the
an array
leader,
of targets out
we're
here.
going to have a separate shoot off where the third place is going to shoot first. Tie is going to be
Yeah, I heard
broken
some
by
words-
by the
other
rule
words
is
used on those
the
targets
closest
today,
to the
too.
center. So score doesn't matter. If you actually shoot an inch low, it's the same as shooting an inch high. It's distance from center that matters. So they'll shoot one arrow closest to center to see who wins third
All right,
place.
this
And then from
next
there,
arrow
we're going
is
to go
gonna be
into a final
the
arrow
closest to
shoot off
dead center of
between
the low
Sharon
12.
Carpenter and Emily
It does
Vana.
not have to
So
have the highest
Sharon
score.
will
It
shoot
could be dead
first,
center
Emily will
10
shoot second.
that gets
Sharon
beat
will
by a
probably
low
make a
8.
move, probably do something
So
risky
score does
because
not matter.
there's
It's
nowhere
strictly
for her to go.
distance from the
She
dead
can't go
center of
down,
the
so
12
the only
ring.
way they'll go is go up.
Car, you gonna go first?
Because it'll only be first and second shooting off.
You
against
good
each
for
other.
that? You like that?
So it could be an interesting shoot.
All right. Cara, whenever you're ready.
So Cara's had a good year. She won the last tournament, which was her first win with her new bow. She just started shooting for elite. And that was a weight lifted off of her shoulders to finally get that win with a new company. It's a great shot on that.
Okay, Mr. Bailey's going to judge that one.
It's a
The
12,
dead center of the 12.
but it's just low of center, so it's kind of like splitting the line in half right at 6 o'clock. So, like I said, score doesn't matter. It's all closest to center.
That's a. You guys doing that in inches or centimeters? Down to the. All right, Mr. Bailey. He's got the first arrow. He's got it judged. Christine, you're up. You want to glass it one more time? You ready to shoot? All right, we'll start your 1 minute now.
So we don't know what the measurement was, but like I said, it was a 6 o'clock 12. So if she hits anywhere inside the 12, that's what it's going to take to win it. That's way low left.
Okay,
Could be a 5.
get the tape measure
but,
out. Give a bonus ring to one of these
so
ladies.
Cara will be our third place.
First arrow gets the
Finisher.
bonus ring. Cara Kelly gets a 444 and 6 bonus rings. That puts her in third place. Christine Harrelson at 444 and 5 will end up in fourth place. And now it's time for Sharon Carpenter, currently 2 points behind our leader, to see if she can put the pressure on Emily Vana on that final arrow.
So Sharon's won a bunch of tournaments. That'll be the biggest difference in this shoot-off. Sharon's won quite
Jack,
a few
any
tournaments
advice?
in Women's Pro. Emily's yet to win one. She's been shooting Open Pro for a few years
There
now.
you go.
A little bit that way, sorry.
This way?
Yeah, right there.
So Sharon's won several tournaments in this
Okay.
pass. And this is Emily's first one where she's actually really close to the lead. She's been in this situation a few times, but she's never won. So we'll see if
The worst you can do now is
experience
second place.
experience counts for a lot in this stuff. We'll see if it
You've already
matters.
settled for Jack, so don't settle for second now.
Wow. Mike throws a shot out at Sharon's fiance, Jack Wallace.
That was a groaner, wasn't it? All right, Sharon, whenever you're ready.
All right, like I said, there's nowhere for her to go down. So we could see her shoot at a 14 or at whatever she feels like probably gives her the best aim and spot. I'm suspecting she'll shoot at a 12. Nerves play a big part during this stuff. She let down on her first arrow. You really want to make a good shot. You only have one, so
Is it timed?
here we go. Ooh, she shot at a 14.
She's looking for the 14.
She hit high
Definitely
left,
puts a big pressure on Emily.
and she shot a 5. So
Let's see
now
what Mr. Bailey calls
this is gonna make it interesting for Emily because
A 5
it literally
for
took
Sharon Moose Hurt to
a ton of pressure off of
461.
her. So Emily's only got she's got to
right,
shoot a
I'm not
5
gonna
to go
say
into
anything.
another
Emily?
arrow, and she's just got to shoot
Just let
an
me know when
8
you're ready to
to
shoot.
win. So this is like the situation that you dream for if you're in a
I could
shoot
say
off.
that if she doesn't make
I
a
mean,
5 zone,
obviously,
she's
I've
literally
won
gonna
tournaments shooting
have
at
to
14s and having to hit the 14 on the last shot. But I mean, from a shooting standpoint, sure, after you hit the 14, that's the best way to probably win an event. But it's a nerve-wracking way to win an event that you would much rather hear them say, all you have to do is shoot an 8 to win. But so goes the saying, aim small, miss small. So a lot of people can make an error in this situation also because you have a bullseye this big that you have to hit. And sometimes you just make it harder than what it really needs to be. Center 10. That's her first win. I'm gonna go give my fiance a hug. So this is her first win.
Let's get a final arrow score on that one. And I think Emily Bain is our New Breed Loophole Pro-Am champion.